Hey there, Facebook friends. It's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story. So if you want to set up in your favorite plank position, you can do that now. I'll put the clock on. All right, are you ready? Here we go. So since we already started maybe a little bit of a theme this week on toilets, I thought I would tell you about this fantastic man and character named Barney Smith from outside of San Antonio, Texas. Now, years ago, I went to San Antonio and we toured the Alamo and we toured the waterfront there. And then we wanted to find something a little quirky and offbeat. And I saw that there was the Toilet Seat Art Museum, and it said, by appointment only, call ahead. So we called, and this older man obviously answered and said, oh yeah, come by around this time. And when we get there, we pull into like a neighborhood, and this old man comes out and he opens his garage, and he has like around 2,000, I think, maybe more, toilet seats he has turned into art. And this is Barney Smith. Now, he gave us the tour of his garage himself. He was a former master plumber, and when he retired, he just started collecting toilet seats and turning them into art that represented 40 years of history and pop culture. So he had like a toilet seat for the birth of each of his kids, and one that represented his family tree. But he also had a piece of the Challenger that he had adhered to a toilet seat and made art out of that. He had a piece of Saddam Hussein's toilet, and he had put that on a toilet seat and added that. He had stuff on like Sesame Street and Michael Jackson, like anything that like would stand out to you in the past 40 years. He had represented it somehow in these toilet seats and art, and some of the objects he had were certified and they were just hanging on the walls. He had dedicated some to like poetry and incorporated poetry, and he read us poems as he gave us this tour that related to his toilet seats. And the thing that always stands out, you're practically at 2 minutes now, so you could take a break if you need to, is honestly, sadly, how little I remember from my tour of the Alamo, but how much I remember from my tour and my time with Barney Smith. He was truly memorable, and it's a reminder that what is a museum? What makes a museum? We might have one thing in mind, but it can be a whole, museums can be a very broad range. And also, if you are truly passionate about something you do, it is hard not to inspire others to love it with you. Ever since I went, I have looked every once in a while to see the status of Barney Smith, and last year when I looked it up, he had passed away at like 99 or something, and luckily someone is going to take over all his toilets and display them somewhere, so people will still get to see them, but they sadly won't get a tour from Barney Smith. But anyway, find something you're passionate about and find a way to share that with others, and keep moving.